lot of people don't know this to be true, but that doesn't make it any less true. There are actually two kinds of magicians. Two kinds. The first kind of magician, number one, uno, buno. Buno, nice. Something happened to YouTube. The lead singer's Buno. Bruno Mars. Uno. Anyway, two kinds of magicians. The first kind of magician is the kind of magician that can have you think of a card. Christopher, think of a card. Any card. Have one in your brain. Thinking of a card. He's thinking of a card. You're thinking of a card. The first kind of magician goes through the pack. Take out a card. Put the card in his pocket. And then, when you name the card, he reaches in the pocket, take it out. Chris, what was the card you had in mind?
Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts, okay. That's the first kind of magician. The second kind of magician has you reach in. Yeah, grab one, buddy. First kind's mind reading. Second kind's a little different. Okay. Go ahead, drop it back in there. He has you pick a card. He gives the cards a bit of a cut. Bit of a shuffle. And even though you took any card and he cut the cards and then he shuffled them, he can still go through the cards. Find the one card you just picked. I'm hoping, Chris, 9 of clubs, right?
Yeah.
But I gotta be totally honest with you guys. I'm actually both kinds of magicians. This is another example of a trick that is all about structure. It's all about the structure, the two questions in any experience you want to create for people, whether you're painting, whether you're doing a magic trick, whether you're paddling a canoe across a river of brandy and the fumes and you're just having some weird ass dreams, is what information and in what order. The order of information always is very important because each person experiences this moment through the thin veil of the moment before and the moment before. And that affects how the human brain interprets and organizes things. So this is all about being ahead and about planting seeds and about keeping the presentation flowing. Ultimately, you want the effect to be, sure, you can find cards they pick, but any card the person just named, you had in your pocket. And it's really organic, simple, shuffle deck. Speaking of the deck, take a look. Bring the camera in. I want people to see this. This is a pretty sweet design here. And came into the studio today to shoot some stuff, and Chris Mayhew, my cameraman and a hotshot card guy, I know a whole bunch of you know him, he's actually doing a Kickstarter thing. It's an original design deck, going to be available soon. There'll be a link down there. Now this is called the what deck, Chris?
The Leon playing card.
The Leon playing cards, Leon, and it's based on?
Dr. Leon playing cards by Hiro Sakai.
Yeah, you see, I had to ask him off camera before I said, what is it again? And I was so busy thinking, man, I hope my one-hand top palm works. I couldn't even. So there's the information. The link will be down below. These, I gotta say, and this is just like a prototype deck, and it is handling very smoothly indeed. So I'm really enjoying it. So let's drop in and teach this now. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about, and I've mentioned this before on this channel, and it means a lot to me. I think magicians who pull back the curtain and sort of invite people in, there's a line. Always be inviting people into your theater. Every action, every gesture, your eyes, and be friendly, be inviting. And for a magician who's so traditional like this, magicians are all about no, but to be inviting people in, I think it'd be extremely powerful. So hear this notion, I don't know if you know this, but there are actually two kinds of magicians. They're in. I love an opening line. There are actually two kinds of magicians. They're thinking like, what do you mean? Like those who don't kill the bunny and those who do? What do you mean? And so you have two kinds of magicians. The first kind of magician has you think of a card, any card in the pack, and then he goes to the pack and removes one card. And as you say that, you suit your actions to words. This whole thing is a very strong example, too, of how you're creating the effect with your script. Okay? The script is a key part to this trick. It's important in all tricks, but here it really helps them frame and translate moment to moment. So, hey, do you know there's two kinds of magicians? The first kind has you think of any card you want. Go back and forth, change your mind, whatever you want. You got one in mind? Okay, because the first kind of magician can go through the pack, take out one card, put it in his pocket. You put it down in the pocket very slowly. And then when you name your card, go ahead and name it out loud. And let's say they say 10 of clubs. And you continue to say, then he go name a card. What was the card you're thinking of? 10 of clubs? Then he goes into his pocket, takes it out, and shows you the 10 of clubs. Now, you have to keep moving because, of course, right there you're making an amazing claim and not doing it. But this is the first kind. You're getting to the second kind. So the first kind can do that. I also have to warn you right now, younger magicians out there who are not, who don't exude a certain confidence when performing, this will be a challenge moment for you because you'll say, go ahead, name a card, and people will go, no, I won't. You're supposed to be able to read my mind. And it's like, okay, here we go. Okay, you know, and what do I do in those situations? I'll tell you right now, I get very little of that in the last 10 years of performing because I'm confident because people go, they realize, don't mess with this guy. But when I do that, oh, go ahead, you can read my mind, I literally will just lean and say something corny like, do you really think I can read your mind? Help a guy out, throw me a bone, what was the card? And I'm so down to earth at this point that I'm not trying to inspire pity, but close. But again, I don't get that much, okay? But if you're a new performer, you're gonna get that. So that's something about this trick. This is a presentation-driven trick. So what was your card? They say 10 of clubs. I say, great. He'd reach inside and take out the 10 of clubs. Now, the second kind of magician will have you reach in and grab a card. And you fan out the card, someone grabs a card. I'll show it to the camera here. They've got the 9 of hearts here. And the whole thing is to move it along. You take the card back and use your favorite control, whatever control. Let's say I'm going to use, why am I blanking on this? Chris? Thank you. Chris, getting it second from the top, okay? Boom, like that. Whatever control you want, then I cut the cards or whatever. You want to get their card, selected card to the top. Now, since I know they said, and as I'm saying, and then despite the fact he gives the cards a shuffle and a cut, he can still go through the cards and find the one card you selected. And as you say that, you've got the selection up here. Now all I have to do is find the named card. And if they name the 10 of clubs, I go through. And I go through and I find the 10 of clubs. Boom, 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 boom. There we go, like this. I take it out and put it right on top of the deck. So my actions are saying that I'm going through to find, and now I just do a double lift. Okay? Just a double lift to sort of verify that was the card you selected, right? And they go, yeah. So you pause, you turn that over, and now a one-hand top palm, a two-hand palm, whatever, as you admit kind of shyly, you say, well, actually, you know what? You go down to your pocket with the palmed card, I'm actually both kinds of magician. So it's a pacing thing. Now, I think it's very important. Now that I've broken it down for you, I want to just perform for you one more time and see how important the flow is on this particular trick, okay? Chris, I don't know if you know, Chris, I don't know if you know, there are actually two kinds of magicians. The first kind of magician will have you think of any card. Go ahead. Are you thinking of one, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, you got one in your mind? You want to go back and forth?
No.
You got it.
Yeah.
One card. So he'll have you think of a card. Then he'll go through, take out a card, put it in his pocket. Okay, very fair. And when you name the card out loud, what was the card?
The Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds. He'll reach into his pocket and pull out the Jack of Diamonds. That's the first kind. The second kind of magician will have you grab a card. Go ahead, grab one for me, buddy. Show it to the camera. Okay. Like that. Great. Thank you so much. Cut it into the pack here like this. Give the cards a shuffle. And even though you picked any card in the pack shuffled, he'll still be able to go through the cards, shuffle deck, and take out the one card you just freely chose from the pack. But I have a confession to make. I'm actually both kinds of magician. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. No. Neither of us get off that easy. Two things. One I wanted to mention to you before we say goodbye on this particular video is first, what happens if, because of course you're putting an X card in your pocket to start. What happens if when they pick the card, the one they pick is the one they were thinking of? What happens when the two come together? And I've definitely had that happen. And the good thing is that people almost always react. When they pick the card, the one card they name, they go, ah, like this, and there's a smile, and there's this total sense that that was the trick all along, which is great. So I've found this before, and I've talked to magicians, and sometimes, you know, the greatest effects you'll ever perform, you never actually perform. They happen in people's minds. So be open to things going a certain funny way. Also, ask yourself, what's the difference between mind reading and a magic trick? Now, you know, when I was getting into magic years and years and years ago, there was very clear camps. Mentalism was this mind-reading thing in magic, and we can talk about the differences, that one seems to be more visually driven than the other. or one involves people's thoughts and feelings, the other involves cards and coins, and this kind of distinction. However, I am not sure there's a lot to be benefited by thinking of them so clearly. So I encourage you to, one of the characters I think of is Merlin, which is crazy. I know way back in medieval times, this wizard. And this wizard, the idea to me of a wizard being able to make things vanish. A burst of fire, I can see a wizard doing that. And the idea of a wizard being able to look me in the eyes and getting a sense of maybe I was thinking of stealing his broth. That he could read my mind, I don't find challenging either. So when you explore this stuff and you think about your branding and your character, try not to get too caught up in divisions between what you are and what you want, what you can do. I think magic, the term magic, is so broad that more than ever, I think we would benefit by trying to put as much in that sock rather than thinking of separate socks. That worked out rather weird.